Yo, this is Steve Bloom, and you're watching Moana Nui Podcast. We'll be starting soon. Don't go anywhere.
Aloha, everyone. Thank you so much for joining the Moana Nui Podcast. I know you're probably noticing we're missing someone. Well, Moana, unfortunately, her job is keeping her a little bit longer today. So I will be taking care of this particular episode. But we are very excited for our guest that we have coming on this evening. A lot of you have know him from being on the podcast before, but more than anything else, we want to kind of let you know more about what is going on that you could be able to help and support this upcoming campaign that he has going on. And I am going to go ahead and bring him to the front because we got started a little late because of some technical issues with StreamYard, but you know, we're ready to go. And here he is. Hello, Morgan.
Hello, how are you?
I am doing good. How are you doing on this Friday Eve?
I'm all right. I'm maintaining.
There you go.
Yeah, that's about all you can do. I still got, I think, 12 days left for this Kickstarter, so I have reached the stage of not, trying to destroy my brain, figure things out. But that takes a little bit. I mean, running a Kickstarter it can be extremely stressful. So I've learned how to kind of wash off. And thankfully we've reached the goal. So now we're just, going for bonus points.
Well, awesome. Well, of course, as part of the show, many of you who are new to watching the show, or this may be, you may be a repeat watcher. Moana Nui Podcast, we always like to have creators such as Morgan to come onto the show because we like to help support and help get the audience to know more about indie projects that are going on. That way you can put your money where you are looking as far as projects you're looking forward to. So many times we hear there's not enough diversity, there's not enough representation within our main entertainment or comics or media that we see. These are your this Kickstarters like these that we bring onto the show is a way that you can fund and make the things that give the representation you're looking for and make them happen. So, of course, for those that may or may not know Morgan, as something we do on the show, we always like each person to come on and give their pico or their origin story. So, Morgan, tell the audience a little bit about yourself and how you got into comics.
So I actually I got into comics through my boy and my partner Danny Quick. I did not grow up reading comics. I watched animated shows, Batman animated series. Like I'm not a complete savage, but like Batman animated series, Captain Planet, go, of course, Dragon Ball Z. I mean, that's again, I'm not a savage, what I mean. But I got into comics late, because of what up, Ryan? Because of, it honestly was through Danny. Like Danny came back home from Iraq. I was friends with his wife. I was friends with his wife because we went to church together. And when he got back home, I met him. We became friends. And he went to a comic convention, made a comic book unbeknownst to me, and then he was asking if I could help him come up with character names, and I said no at first because I had no idea that regular people made comics, let alone Black people. And it kind of just grew from there. Like I got an idea after I said no, started working on it, and I mean, what, 10 years later now? 10 years later, we're here.
Wow.
Yes, it was a crazy process, but I can't take the credit for it. Danny definitely. I would have never thought about doing comments as a medium if it wasn't for him asking me to do that. So now I'm here.
Okay. Well, we are happy that you are. Now, of course, for those in the audience that are not familiar with LumberJax, can you tell them a little bit about the series and why they should go ahead and back the newest issue that is coming out soon?
So LumberJax is it's a story about a prince, the Prince of Ethiopia. He was exiled when he was about 10 or 11 years old. He got exiled from the country because there was a coup that took place in the country, and his parents sent him away to try to save him from harm and keep a legacy, in case, the kingdom went to complete ruin. So he ended up coming into, he was actually supposed to be going to Cuba. Something happened in Cuba that allowed him to end up in New Orleans. He ended up working from, going from family to family, working for them from house to house, as a refugee in New Orleans. And a football coach saw him one day at one of the family dinners, wanted him to play football. He tried it out. He was a beast. Won the Super Bowl MVP. But before he left Ethiopia, his grandfather had told him about a legacy, like a mantle that he had. The necklace that you see in the pictures is for the seventh and last judge. And the seventh and last judge is something that over time he is. That's something like all of this stuff is stuff that I'm giving insight to from the novel. Of the background story. So like he has this mantle. His grandfather told him about when he was little. He used to be more religious. He used to, he believes in God. Like he knows about everything. He read when he was growing up, but he went through those things in his life. What up, Mike? He went through those things in his life, and it knocked him off course. He stopped believing. He didn't care anymore about the mantle, and he had his family. He had what he wanted, so he wasn't concerned. But the things that he goes through in his life put him back at a crossroads, and where we pick up in LumberJax #1 in the comic, he's kind of struggling through trying to fight against that mantle while things start to go crazy in New Orleans. And as that's happening, his powers start to come alive, and he has no control of it. He doesn't understand why his powers are coming alive. And that's kind of where we are now, like LumberJax #1 and 2, like that's the overarching plot. The subplot is about a character named Animus that had some terrible stuff happen to her family. She decided to take justice in her hands by any means. And we've been following her story from LumberJax #1 and #2, while we also watch Jax kind of struggle through this. LumberJax #3 is going to bring things to a head, but for his lack of belief and his lack of faith, that's why I named it Destiny by any means. He's been trying to run from his destiny, and there's events that are going to take place in this comic that won't allow him to do that any longer. He's got to face his fate now, or his family and his loved ones are going to die, and us too, because I like to make everything a part of like life is at stake. You know what I mean? So Jax don't hurry up and accept who he should be and who he needs to be. Because we're all going to die.
Yes. Well, of course, with all of that, I know a lot of you in the audience is, it's tickling your taste buds, getting you all excited. And you probably heard Morgan at the beginning that he's got just a few days left. He's about halfway through his campaign. And so you don't want to miss out getting the opportunity on getting a chance to get not only the stuff from the series, but the special rewards that he is offering for the Kickstarter. I am sorry, ladies. I try to talk him into the glistening LumberJax. He's not feeling that, but he is really for the glistening LumberJax. If y'all, Okay.
I'm just saying. I mean, you know what I mean? Show me the money, bro. I just don't believe it. I don't believe it.
So Morgan's basically saying, if y'all keep talking the talk, y'all keep posting and saying y'all want the glistening lumberjack and Morgan cosplaying as it, but he's got to see the action. He got to see, got to show him the money to make that thing happen. So,
Yeah, bro. I don't want to be, you know what I mean? I don't want to exploit myself for free. You know what I mean? So
there you go.
Uh,
That is true. That is true. Well, of course, for those that are just getting exposed to lumberjack, does your Kickstarter allow people to get caught up on the previous issues and anything connected to lumberjack with the campaign?
Yeah. I mean, I have I try to make sure that I put something for everybody. People that are new to the series, like if you're not into physical comics, like you're good with digital comics. We have multiple tiers with digital comics. We have a $10 tier that you can get caught up with Lumberjacks as a whole. You get Lumberjacks 1 through 3. We have if you already have Lumberjacks number 1 and 2, we have $5 if you just want the digital Lumberjacks number 3. The physical tier started the $20 level. We got I got novels in there. We're doing a source book for Lumberjacks and for the Fourth Wall universe, and I have a tier for that in there as well. The origin novel is in there. T-shirts, stickers, everything to get you caught up on Lumberjacks. Honestly, everything to get you caught up on Fourth Wall as a whole. Because I mean, there's tiers in there that have the Ace Blade trade, that have the Ace Blade novel and Lumberjacks novel. Like, we got everything in there. So I just, like I said, I wanted to try to make sure that I gave enough options for people that may not be sure about things. So you kind of want to give it a shot. You know what I'm saying? You want to give Lumberjacks number 1 a shot and see whether you like it or not. And if you do, then you can just grab the Lumberjacks number 1 digital, or you can just get all the digitals and read those and then decide whether you want the physical tier. Because I mean, the reward tiers that we have are the covers that we have for this Kickstarter are insane.
Yes, they are.
I'm very, very happy to work with Mike Watson, Kanan White, and my big bro there on those covers, man. And my boy Giacomo Guida destroyed it too with the A cover for the comic. It's he was paying homage to Chadwick Boseman and the last emperor of Ethiopia, Haile Selassie. And this is a very important cover to me. We had T-shirts that that you can get those covers on a T-shirt. We got tiers for that too. So yeah, I mean, I try to spread out everything.
Okay, I'm trying to get to some of this artwork that you have. Yeah, for a lot of people that knows Marcus Williams, he has this fire artwork right here that Marcus Williams did for him. You're seeing, did I go too far? Yes, I did. It's changing. Okay.
No, it's a GIF.
I was like, did I go too far? No.
It's a GIF because that part of the story I was talking about Harlem and Solitary, because those are the next 2 comics that I'm coming out with. So I wanted to give people a visual of both of those comics.
Okay. So you see that, but then you got all these, like he was saying, the covers. So you got these covers right here that you can't pass up on, that he's talking about right here, that he's got some serious fire covers. You got this one, which is the main cover. So got that fire there. But no, Morgan could not stop with just this one cover. So if you are one of those that like variant covers, like myself, because I have to have all of them.
I love variant covers too.
You also have this one right here as another variant cover, which is another fire one that he had done for his cover. Then this is one of my favorites right here. This cover right here, I was loving it when I just saw the black and white, but then the full color came in. I was just like,
I felt the exact same way. I felt the exact same way. I was so excited when Kanan sent it to me, man. And this campaign, like it was different from the ones that the last two that we've done, and you know, we were up against the clock on a lot of things. So I was very, very excited to get that cover in, man. Like y'all don't even know. And then
yeah.
Mike came through with the D cover, and he is extremely competitive right now about that cover, man.
Yes, he is.
That cover came out really fire, man. It's if you see the medieval theme to it, it's because we actually have, so our characters LumberJax and Ace Blade are being brought into the FSK universe through a story that they have called Emerald Quest. And there's a variant version of our characters that's going to be in their universe for that storyline. So this is the variant cover that's including their versions in Emerald Quest or from Emerald Quest, and we'll have this special LumberJax logo up at the top.
Okay, and of course, don't sleep on this cover that Michael Watson did, because as you're seeing, it's not portrait style. It's landscape, because it's a wraparound cover.
Yeah.
So if you like that, it's like you got some options. You got some options, and and when you get fire artists like this with projects that Morgan and other indie artists, creators make, it end up being like Pringles. You just can't have one. You just can't have one.
What up, J
man? But yeah, so of course we're gonna get, of course the rewards that you can get with this particular Kickstarter. What are some of the rewards you can only? Because a lot of people keep forgetting the reason you want to support a Kickstarter is not only helping the project happen, but there's also a lot of exclusives that you can only get to the Kickstarter. You may see the comic at a con, but you can only get the comic. You can't get all this extras. So tell everybody about some of those extras you have for your Kickstarter.
So I mean the 6x9s that you see there, those are 6x9 posters that people will be getting for the physical reward tiers. The Destiny by Any Means shirt is only going to be given that you see in this $40 Dark Bloods tier. That shirt is only going to be available during the Kickstarter. We're not selling that at any cons. It's only going to be here. NFTs is not a bad idea. I'm still a little bit green on the full, stuff behind it, but that's not a bad idea at all. The novels will be available, but some of the deals that we have for the stuff is like the Dark Bloods tier. To me, when I put that tier together, I was actually concerned and scared because I felt like I was like, man, I don't know if I should give all of this stuff for this one tier. You know what I'm saying? Because normally, I mean, for you to be able to get all of the digitals, get the physicals, get this T-shirt and stickers is madness. You know what I'm saying? So, I was excited about that tier, and I was concerned at first. I ran the numbers a bunch of times. So, and that's been a popular tier. But yeah, I mean, there's definitely exclusive stuff, and then I have a contest going for the person that can bring the most referrals to the campaign. They'll be getting this cutout. It's a PVC cutout of LumberJax with a Destiny by Any Means on the front. Whoever brings the most referrals over to the project will be getting this shipped out to them free of charge when I ship your stuff, as long as you're back at a $10 level and above. If you want in for that, you just say I'm in on the Kickstarter page. When you pledge, just say I'm in on the Kickstarter page, and we'll send you your own special link that you can use to refer people for. And then at the end of the campaign in 12 days, then we'll have a tally of who sent who, and who, by the referral thing, and then this will be going out with it. It'll be going out with your order. So I'm excited about that too.
Awesome. Well, definitely in the comment section, you're going to see the link. Also, you see it in the banner below. Go to the link in the comments. Go ahead and click on it. Whether you can, and of course, if you've never worked with a Kickstarter before, just because you pledge today, the money does not come out today. The
Right.
money comes out at the end of the campaign, so you don't have to get scared. It's like, oh, well, I don't have the money, et cetera, et cetera. No, you have time. You have the next 2 weeks that before this, you'll be hit with paying for your pledge. So, and then you have so many options, as Morgan said before. If you're a digital person that you just want the digital content so you can read it on your phone, on your tablet, as he said, here there's the tier that you can get if you want to get caught up. You can have this little tier, the Trust Pass, that you can get copies, issues 1 through 3. And as he mentioned, you have the physical tiers also. So if you are getting caught up with LumberJax, and then also you heard him mention about Ace Blade. There's a special package, as you see here, that you can get the digital copy of both of those comic series right here. So you have so many options right here that you can find the tier of your choice to get what you're looking for. So you can definitely give your support to this series, but then at the same time, also supporting the representation that you're looking for in comics and media and such. So you have a great selection here. And of course, if you get a particular tier, and I know he also has some add-ons, you can go ahead and add on some additionals. So if you know, gift of, the gift of giving. Go ahead, pledge, get a couple extra copies, give them to as gifts to your loved ones, brothers, your sisters. Help the next generation of our future nerds and geeks. Go ahead and give your nieces, nephews, sons, and daughters. Go ahead and give them a copy too.
Right. I mean, my overall goal, through LumberJax is to, one of his themes is that, people, you don't have to be perfect. Like, from a religious perspective, it's the gifts and calls of God are without repentance. Like, it's not about you being perfect. Like, if you're called or you're gifted, it doesn't, your calling and your gift doesn't go away because you made a mistake, because you aren't in the space that you're supposed to be in, because you're not believing at the time, because you're not following, because you're not, all of us struggle with stuff all the time. You know what I mean? Like we could struggle with weight loss, addiction, how you're doing in school, how you're doing on your job, how you feel like you're doing in your marriage, how you know what I mean? Like, there's 50 million things that we weigh ourselves down with, thinking we're not worthy because we because we make mistakes. And one of the things that I want to show through LumberJax is that it's not about your perfection. Your perfection is not what makes you worthy. And that's one of the things that we'll watch, as the issues of LumberJax continue to come out. We'll just get deeper and deeper into that story. I mean, like I said, in this one, he's been running from the spiritual side of his life since he was a kid, since he let it go. But in this one, the Dark Bloods are not going to allow him. The Dark Bloods and Conjure are not going to allow him to run anymore. It doesn't matter what he wants. Those are the Dark Bloods you see there with the strings on them. It doesn't matter what he wants. You cannot believe all you want. Life still happens. The sun still shines. The earth still spins. You know what I mean? So, and that's one of the things that I'm really looking forward to people being able to read this issue. And you could also see on this cover the Preacher and the Maurier that are in this issue. I have a surprise coming with them or through them in this one. And this is the penultimate of this arc. So this is setting up for LumberJax number 4, which is already written. And I'm looking forward to being able to close out this arc and go to the next part of his story. I don't want to spoil anything, but I promise you it's going to be worth it.
Now, I heard a rumor that if you hit a certain number of a stretch goal, that we're going to get issue 4 with this Kickstarter. What do we need to make that number hit in order to get issue 4? Not only 3, but 4 in this Kickstarter.
So for me to be able to do LumberJax number 4, if we hit 10,000, before the close of the campaign, I'll be able to do LumberJax number 3 and 4. So I'll be able to unlock number 4, and anybody that wants to add that tier on, you know what I'm saying, you'll be able to get it. The $6,000 stretch goal, everybody will be getting the metal, what you call it, bookmark, a metal bookmark of the cover that you were just looking at, the Cane and White cover.
Yes.
Everybody will be getting that for free at the $6,000 mark. At the $8,000 mark, I'll be unlocking the hollow covers for the campaign. So that'll be another option that'll be open once we hit the $8,000 mark. Shoot, if we go beyond 10, I have to come up with some new stuff.
Glistening LumberJax?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, sure.
All right, ladies, you hear that? So if you can get Morgan past $10,000, it's all on you now. It is all on you. Y'all keep saying y'all want it. Let the money talk.
I mean, yeah, the money definitely talk. I definitely would love to be able to get number 3 and 4 done at the same time. So the next time we run the LumberJax Kickstarters for the trade, that will be dope because we already have an Ace Blade trade for the universe. We have the origin novels for both, and we have another podcast season coming out this year too.
Yes.
That Ace Blade and LumberJax are crossing over, and we got a voice actress for it. She was great. You know what I mean? She was great in her role. We just got to shoot our stuff, go through the editing and all that type of stuff. We're excited about that season too because it was really fun to do. I mean, it was really fun for us to write, but it's also going to be for people that read LumberJax and Ace Blade, the comics, and God knows if you read the novels, I promise you, I cannot say it enough. The podcast season is going to be amazing for the people that are on the Fourth Wall series. I promise. A lot of thread pulls. I mean, the best way I can describe it is Marvel's after credit scenes. Like, I promise you, that's all I'm saying.
All right. Now I know you mentioned about you got this new season, and I know there's a lot of people out there who's like, hey, how can I be a voice actor for this series? Is there auditions that people can audition for, and they can submit their audition reels or whatever? How can people get involved?
I mean, right now, until we finish this campaign, so I mean, we got this campaign, and I think we're doing Ace Blade in April. Right now, we're trying to make time for us to record our parts. If people want to be a part of it and do the voice acting, I mean, because we're still trying to kind of figure out what roles we want it for. And it's only because we're focused on so many other things. Like, I don't know for those that follow us, follow Danny on social media, just bought like a borderline, like a headquarters kind of too. So like, there's so much stuff that's moving at the same time. We still got to schedule where we're going to do it. But I mean, if people want to audition, you can hit us on social media, you know what I'm saying, on Facebook Messenger. You can email me, iversonmorgan3@gmail.com. And we go from there. I can't make promises right now only because we're still planning things, you know what I mean?
Okay.
But yeah, that would be cool though, to be able to have it.
Well, I know we have some people in the audience that are interested. Me and Moana, we got you. We'll be happy to help. Got to support our fellow indie creators and everything. So definitely, everyone, once again, please go to your comment section. Click on the link for the Kickstarter. Go ahead and pledge. Let's get this campaign to $10,000 before you end. We have 12 days left to go. We need to raise another. Sure, I'm just gonna say 5,000. I wanted to go over 10,000. Come on, we got this in the next 12 days. So if you don't have it, share that link. Share it on your social media, because sharing is just as valuable as the dollars, because share it on your social media platforms, especially if this is something of interest and you want others to support it. Please share it. Let's get this campaign to $10,000 so we can get issue 3 and 4 out there for it. Because I know I have pledged already. Morgan already knows. Once I heard about these other variant covers, I was like, okay, time to change my pledge. I gotta add those covers.
But I want the daggone covers myself.
Yes.
I'm very, 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 very excited for those. And Kane and White will be back for LumberJax number 4 for a variant. So will Mike, and so will Wally. So I might have. I think I was talking to Ryan about doing one too. So I mean, we might have 5 variants for the next for LumberJax number 4. But LumberJax number 4 will be 30 pages too. So it's a 30-page comic.
Please give me a heads up when that's going to be, so I can go ahead and save my money, because I have to go ahead and get all those.
Listen, I mean, if we don't make it, on this round, that's cool.
Oh,
you know
no.
what I'm saying?
we're going to make it. Yeah, we're going to make that. Yeah. Now, when we're going to make it before the end of the campaign is the question. When? But it's going to happen. That 10,000 going to happen. I'm putting it out in the atmosphere. And Ryan heard you. He's like, oh, hey, he heard you say his name.
I'm saying, I mean, because number 4 will be a special one, man. So I mean, because it's ending the first arc. And there's a lot of big stuff that I'm really excited about people being able to see, because I mean, as we continue the comics, one thing I know and I see at this point is that, you know, people that read comics don't necessarily read novels. That's why we're coming out with a source book.
Yes.
For people that want that background information, provide that through the source book, so that if you need to get caught up, if you want to be able to have those breadcrumbs, you'll be able to glean some of those from the source book. And not have to read the novel. For people that read novels, they don't always translate the comics. So we just want to make sure we're giving people. We would love to do audiobooks for novels. God knows, because I'm a huge audiobook fan. Like, I literally only read audiobooks. But
I can see it happening. I can see it happening doing that audiobook with these voice actors that want to help out.
I would love to do that. It's just, you know, again, time. So we just trying to plan things out and make sure that we keep ourselves to a schedule here. And we're excited about getting back to cons this year.
Yes.
I set the last two years out because, you know, my son has special needs, not a risk I was willing to take. At this point, he's vaccinated. I'm vaccinated. Things seem like they're dying. Hopefully it stays that way.
Yes.
And yeah, I mean, we're really excited to be able to get back out to these cons. Yeah, I mean, I really hope for the people that have backed the campaign, man. Thank y'all so much. We appreciate you. And like I said, every comic of LumberJax is only going to get better. So if you rock with LumberJax number 1, I promise you LumberJax number 3 is going to give you more information. It's going to take you deeper into the universe, and it's going to be a better comic overall. And so LumberJax number 4. And when we come out with a trade, we plan on slapping faces with that one too. So
all right.
Yeah, I mean, I'm excited about what we're doing with the universe and what we're building. We got a lot of content, you know what I mean? And and that's a blessing. So now it's just about us getting it out here and getting it funded.
There you go. Well, we know that the fund is going to happen. We have a lot of people. I see the wow reacts, the heart reacts, and everything. So like I said, share it, click on the links in the comment section. Make sure you go ahead and pledge. If you know other people, if you're in blurred groups, if you're in nerd groups with on social media, share it with them so they can definitely pledge and support this. I'm very excited. Morgan already knows when I got introduced to his campaign. which is the beauty of this timber. But it's beauty of also with the show is getting that exposure to so many indie projects. Of course, I met Morgan and Danny because of the podcast with Moana. And of course, as soon as Morgan said about his last campaign for issue 2, I was like, send the link. Go ahead, send the link. I went and put my pledge in. I need to do my unboxing video still because I've been so see, but I need to do my unboxing video.
As long as it gets safe. Hey, as long as it got to you safe, that's what matters. You know what I mean? So I'm very, very happy that it got to you safe. I'm looking forward to shipping these out. Like I said, I mean, I really can't. Oh snap! I see you with the timber. Okay, yeah.
Yes.
Hey, as a matter of fact, that's something that. So the same way that I got this cut out at a PVC, it's an old company I used to work for that does amazing work. Like I don't think y'all understand. I wish I could have shown you the process of how they created this, but it's freaking phenomenal. It's like really dope. But I am also gonna get the axe, LumberJax's axe. I'm gonna get the axe like this in PVC.
Okay.
Maybe and his necklace. I'm gonna get that too over time. Maybe it'll be available for the next podcast. It might be something I have at cons. We'll see. But I'm definitely getting it made.
Okay. So everybody, y'all see there's something to look forward to and everything. But of course, see all those things happen. Gotta definitely hit that link, support the Kickstarter. But also, as you see down here, I have in the banner where you can follow Morgan on IG and Twitter, that you can keep up to date on everything going on with LumberJax and everything right there. So definitely give that a follow and then hit that link and pledge. And also share that because there's only 12 more days. Of course, if you get paid at the end of the month, we got you. This don't hit until 2 days after the end of February. So you got time.
Don't worry about it. You know what I mean? Like listen, all I can say, I cannot say it enough. I'm not like gassing or anything like that. I promise you, if you get this comic, if you read LumberJax number 1, number 2, there's no way in the world that you're not gonna like LumberJax number 3.
There you go.
And I'm not gassing it. I'm not saying that because it's me. I'm saying that because I believe it's good storytelling. And what happens in this comic greatly changes the stakes. You know what I'm saying? For what's going on in this universe. You learn a lot more, you know what I'm saying, about what's happened in the past. You learn a lot more about Jax. You learn about a good bit more about his powers. And in LumberJax number 4, you're going to learn a whole lot more.
Yes.
So I'm very, very excited about getting this one out. And I'm definitely really excited about getting number 4 out too.
All right. Well, like I said, I'm very excited. I'm ready for issue 3 and 4. So let's make that happen. We're going to make this happen. And we're definitely looking forward to seeing you on the con scene. So that way, when you get your comics, you read them. When you see Morgan at the cons, you can come up, be telling them all what you got out of it. That way you can see the excitement. You can give. It's still the pandemic, so you got to give that long distance, dap, bro hug like this.
I look, you know what I mean. I have a really good mask. You know what I'm saying. We'll see.
Spray you down with some Lysol.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. Like, and I'll spray myself down too.
Okay.
So, yeah, man. I miss doing the cons. I know the first con we're gonna be at is gonna be HBCU con, and I literally just posted about that because they were close. I think they had 4 days left. For the goal.
4 days, and we already hit goal.
Yeah, I just so happened to check it a minute ago, and they literally hit goal as I was looking at it. So I just got super excited.
Yes,
because it's the dopest idea that I've seen on Kickstarter. Possibly ever. I'm so happy with and Wendell. Like they came on the show. They came on my podcast, Top 5 Live. I'm so excited for them, man. And I hope the number keeps going. I hope it keeps growing because
exactly
it's a dope concept, man. Like I cannot wait to get up there. I know that's the one we're going to. I think that's at the end of April, April 29th through May
Yes,
1st. Yeah,
that
so
is correct.
I'll be there for that. And I know we'll be at NC Comic Con in November if they have it. I know we're doing Raleigh's Con. So I know all the local cons I believe we'll be at. And then there's some, like HBCU Con, I think is in DC.
Yes, right in Maryland, Bowie, Maryland.
Yeah. So we'll definitely be there. I'm really, really excited about that show. I'm hoping that I can get. So the artists are still working on LumberJax #3. So I'm hoping that I can get that joint done. Have LumberJax #3 to take to that con, but I do have it pegged on the Kickstarter for July. You know what I'm saying? For us to be able to ship by July, and hopefully we'll be able to do that because the paper shortage has been real.
Yes.
So I'm hoping by the time that we get ready to ship, we'll be able to do that. But
okay.
I'll be extremely excited to be able to get to that con. All three numbers, like y'all don't even understand.
Yes. Well, we definitely look forward to seeing you at HBC Con. Of course, everybody. You have a question from JD. Do you put your comics on Comixology?
They are not up there currently, but it is something. I believe we've been approached about it, and at the time we just weren't in a space where we wanted to do that. So it might be something we revisit sometime soon. Right now, they're all on LumberJax #1 and 2 are available at on our website www.fourthwallpros.com. They're available up there, and of course in this Kickstarter. Like I said, I mean, right now the best deals are for the Kickstarter. I mean, if you go on the website, of course you can get it now. You can get the digitals right now. Like if you buy the digitals, you can get the digital right now. And of course you won't get the digital from LumberJax #3, but the digitals from number 1 and 2 are up there. The physicals, I have some copies left. But yeah, like I said, I mean, I think the best place to get it right now would definitely be the Kickstarter, because if you get the physical ones, you got the digitals ones coming with it, unless you're picking like one of the tiers that is just LumberJax #3. But I've got some pretty crazy deals up there, especially for the digital. I think I got LumberJax #1 through 3 on there, Ace Blade #1 through 4, the Once Emperor's package. I got crazy deals up there for the digital. So.
Awesome. Well, of course, that link is in the comment section, so you can definitely do it. I see JD saying Crypto Comics has an NFT comic marketplace. Keep it in mind.
I definitely will. Look, that NFT for that Kane and White cover is not a bad idea at all, because people love that cover.
Yes.
So I'm definitely gonna look into that. But when I get those Hollow 4 covers for these, excitement doesn't quite do it justice. I cannot wait to see those. I really can't. So again, I want to thank everybody that already backed the campaign. Thank y'all so much. Hoping that we still get, like, we had like 230 backers on the last campaign. Hoping we still get them coming in, and of course expanding the base. You know what I mean? So really thank everybody that already backed. Hopefully you guys can help us share this. We still got 12 days left. Hopefully we can keep it going strong. I definitely wanted to shout out HBCU Con. Please, if you have not looked at that campaign, go look at that campaign.
Yes.
Before we off of here. It's amazing. I know they just reached goal, but they throw all the money.
Exactly. Make it bigger and better, because as CC and Wendell will tell you, I'm working with them. I'm their operations chair, so I'm doing all their logistics and everything for that. So awesome. We're very excited for y'all to be part of HBCU Con, and definitely giving that representation and all that, some of the stuff that everybody is looking for within the Black nerd community. So definitely check that out.
I cannot wait. Also, I want to make sure I shout out Elsewhere. Elsewhere has my girl Lori, Unlikely Hero Studios, her, Sarah White, John, like they got an anthology, Katie Rooston, I don't know if Katie wrote the thing for this one, but they just launched their anthology. What's today? Thursday, Tuesday, and I think they're already about to hit gold. Like, freaking amazing! I need to do a freaking anthology. But I want to make sure I shout them out too. Elsewhere in the Volume 3, definitely go check that out. They're an awesome studio. I love them. My boy Brian Lambert, another Nightfall 1 through 5. Make sure y'all go check that out too. There's so many stars going on right now. It's madness. People need to cut it out because I need to keep my own money in my own pocket. I swear.
There you go. Because I go through that all the time. Moana, know I'll be like, all right, I have to pick a certain amount of Kickstarters because y'all gonna make me broke with all the stuff y'all got coming out.
Listen, we just trying to put out great content and hopefully sooner than later. I mean, of course, the ultimate goal is, that we put this out, we get these scripts done, and then we can get out here and be storytelling through TV shows and movies as well. You know what I'm saying? So the more content we get out, the faster we get it out, the quicker we can be seen and get picked up for some more great things. So
definitely. I just see that we have in the comments that someone has just backed the campaign. So thank you for backing it and everything.
Thank you very much.
So perfect. Well, everyone, thank you for tuning in. Definitely stay on at 8:30. We'll be back on. We have a special panel that is called for a part of our professional development series called The Power of No. No is a complete sentence. So we are going to have the CEO and president of Kapwa, Sue Ann Hong. She's going to be moderating and giving, along with several professionals, including our very own Shay Rains, who is our therapist. She's going to be on there. So definitely tune in, get you some tips, because a lot of times no is the hardest thing to say to people, especially when it deals with our time, our energy, and our mental health. So definitely tune in at 8:30 for that episode. Morgan, any last words you have for the audience?
Thank you for everybody who's watching. I love the podcast. My sis Moana, it's her birthday today.
Yes.
So everybody yell happy birthday to Moana. Dana, thank you for all you do. Thank you for backing the campaign. Thank you for always backing us. Thank you for being dope in this community and all the dope things you do, not just on this podcast but outside of that. Like I said, we still got 12 days. Thank you so much for pledging Mars. I hope you love it when you get it. I want to make sure. I want to make sure I say it again. The referral thing. If you back at a $10 level and above, and you want to compete for this, you know what I'm saying, just say I'm in on the Kickstarter. You say that, I will send you your special link, and then you just get as many people you refer. Right now, it's a competition. I think BJ Kicks has the most at the moment. But we're looking to more competition too. So
okay. All right, awesome. So yes, everybody, hopefully Moana will be able to join us on the 8:30 episode. She may not be at the beginning, but she's definitely planning on trying to make sure she is on the 8:30 a little bit later on. So you definitely have to make sure y'all give y'all birthday wishes when she's on it for 8:30. So thank you everyone for tuning in. See you in about 15 minutes for our 8:30 panel. And once again, go to the links in the comments, pledge, and give your support to Morgan and LumberJax. Thank you all for tuning in, and we'll see you in about 15 minutes. Aloha, everyone.
Peace out.
So many stories left to tell, even if we have to ourselves. Can't keep history on the shelf. If they won't tell it, we will.
If this the land of the free, it was a freedom then. When they annexed Hawaii and called it Cedar Lands, without any type of payment and no signing off. Called themselves the Republic in 1894. 1.2 million acres overtaken from the native Hawaiians. When they resisted, the West retaliated in violence and erasure. The Hawaiian language is banned as part of colonialism's plan to expand, yeah.
Stuck between a rock and a hard place. Multiple bombings of Kaho'olawe as a part of their ongoing war with Asia. Used it as a place for target practice. No consent or compensation. Colonizers call for annexation. No regard for all the locals. School will never let you know. So many stories left to tell, even if we have to ourselves. Can't keep history on the shelf. If we won't tell it, we will. Too many stories left to tell, even if we have to ourselves. Can't keep history on the shelf. If we won't tell it, we will. We will.
So if we put Hawaii into perspective, well, Black and Asian history is interconnected. Considering the fight with the Pacific, then of course versus Asia, they was treated as a middleman for war, but didn't let the Western colorism run its course. Cause dark skin was a sign of dignity to core. The land was taken in the name of capitalism, when prior to it was an actual kingdom. Clap back at the system.
Stuck between a rock and a hard place. Multiple bombings of Kaho'olawe as a part of their ongoing war with Asia. Used it as a place for target practice. No consent or compensation. Colonizers call for annexation. No regard for all the locals. School will never let you know. So many stories left to tell, even if we have to ourselves. Can't keep history on the shelf. If we won't tell it, we will. Too many stories left to tell, even if we have to ourselves. Can't keep history on the shelf. If we won't tell it, we will. So many stories left to tell, even if we have to ourselves. Can't keep history on the shelf. If we won't tell it, we will. Too many stories left to tell, even if we have to ourselves. Can't keep history on the shelf. If we won't tell it, we will. We will.
I'm Steve Bloom. I've been a voice actor for more than 30 years, playing characters like Wolverine, Starscream, Tank Dempsey from Call of Duty.
With Bloomfox Studios, I've learned so much about myself.
Learning to breathe, to no fear, to getting ugly in front of the mic.
One of the biggest changes I've noticed, at least for me, is how much my confidence level has gone up.
I've done an Eastern European video game, an e-commerce commercial, a documentary. If you're thinking about getting into voiceover, just do it. Jump in.